You ain't gotta love me, but you gon' respect me. You heard? And when you hear somebody from New Orleans say, all right.
With Soulja Slim, I wanted you to get into the fact that, of course, everybody looked at him as a hardcore street dude and all this stuff, but his lyrics were so ingenious so often. So why do you think people, I guess probably outside of New Orleans, like nationally, didn't understand or respect what he was writing was so brilliant?
Man, let me tell you something. One thing they knew about Slim, whatever he put on a record, it happened for real. That's a given. That's not even a motherfucking question. I don't care what they say, man. Slim run the city. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with Slim, if he was right or wrong, if you had a problem with him, you had a problem with the city. That's just how it was, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it was, like, you know, it been times the way I've been in the street. I mean, I've been in the studio. Slim come knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. So I go, man, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Man, fuck all that nigga out you playing with, man. Fuck that. Come on, bro. I gotta lay this shit, bro. Fuck it. I gotta lay this. You know, what happened, he putting it on the record. And that's just the type of person he was. That's why it was so easy for people to relate, because he just not in the studio thinking about what can I write to this beat. He coming to me with a beat up, man. I gotta lay this shit, bro. Nigga got you tripping on. Nigga got you playing with me. I'm like, all right. So he writing the moments that happen. So, and that's just how it was with him, bro. That's why he's so respected. You know what I'm saying? Why people respect him so much. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that lyrically, but when it comes down to that real shit and who runs the city with this rap shit is him, dead or alive. And they know that. That's why it was never questioned.
Yeah, he's incredible. And speaking of the city, another great drum major song was the No Place Like Home with you and Mannie Fresh. Because I really liked how y'all combined and were, you know, bigging up the city, bigging up the area, the region and everything. So since you guys go way back as well, what made that so special for you?
What made it so special, that's the first time we ever worked together. Outside of me and Mannie, we always worked together, but not like that, not on a song together, to where like a lot of the stuff that Mannie produced when he first got with Cash Money, you know, we used to always swap sounds, you know what I'm saying? Man, it was like, man, look, man, that sound that you did such and such. And I was like, well, fuck, that's that record that you did with UNLV, them sounds on this song. Like, we just swap and flop at this. And one song that Mannie produced for these two females that was beefing in the city, and he produced both of he produced both of the diss records. So he telling each one of the females what they saying about each other. So, but the thing about it was, when he was producing it, I was in there in a session right before him, and I left my 808 in there. So while he was up in there, while my 808 was up in there, he just say fuck it. He just used that motherfucker while he was able to get as much as he can out use out of it before I came got it. But he didn't know who he was for. He said, man, I'm about to steal this motherfucking machine. He said, well, shit, man, I'm glad I found out it was your shit, because this motherfucker about to be walking with me out the studio. So, but now just the fact that me and Matt, this is the first time that we just ever worked together, you know what I'm saying? Like on a song. And I think it's gonna do some justice for the city. It's gonna be real good.
Nah, I really liked it. And, you know, just to hear the celebration of New Orleans was a beautiful thing to me. So I really enjoyed that. And I thought it was different. It's a different feel. And another song is the In a Minute that had a different feel, because that one, it was more like contemplative, kind of getting into your thoughts and your emotions a little bit in a different way, lyrically. So what was it about that beat, or what made you think to go down that road, talking about the sugar cane and all these other things that were going on?
Well, it's Ron. When I did that record it was more like if you listen to it, the first verse was based on everything that was happening with Katrina. I mean not Katrina, with 9/11. First it was falling planes, tsunami came, Katrina came, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So and all of that shit was considered like a conspiracy, like it was just some shit that was man-made or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then the second verse was more like prison. You know what I'm saying? That verse that was pretty much directed to me, you know, at the time, wishing that Mac and C come home. And this is ironic because I'm about to drop and Mac is on his way home. And C shouldn't be far from behind him. And then the third verse was about all my partners and friends to where like Beats by the Pound, you know, it's 5 of us in a group. They're my brothers. But when it comes down to certain things, like we have our disagreeing on like business decisions and even sometimes each one of us keeping each in line. You know, if I see one of my partners, you know, one of my Pound brothers out there slipping, you know, it's on me to let them know, dude, look, boom, 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 boom. But regardless, at the end of all of this, you know, we business partners, brothers and family, but we have the right to put each other in check. We have that right, you know what I'm saying? And that was mainly more like of us, Beast by the Pound, and a couple of my friends, you know, so that's real close to you. That's why I say I don't have to go, I really don't have to go that far. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that was one that I just had to sit down and I had to get that up out of there, you know. Because I always have like, you know, always was that's what I love so much about Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Like when he hit every corner, he don't miss nothing. You know, that's why he's so how he is, you know what I'm saying? He's every woman baby daddy and he's every dude best partner around. You know, that's why he relate and touch people because through his whole album, he gonna touch somebody. You know, P had that same gift too, to where, you know, to where he had certain things that he felt that people need to talk about, like the I Miss Muhammad songs and those kind of records, you know, your mom and pop songs, like everybody have a mom, everybody have a father, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had their best rounds and their partners. So regardless of whatever you do or say, every day you're gonna face these people. You know, and like, but that in a minute, that's like one of my personal ones. I have another one too called is on part 2 called Don't Need No. So I'm gonna send you part 2 too. But yeah, that in a minute, you know, that was directly like the jail part was I had Mac and C in mind when I did it. Um BG wasn't incarcerated at the time, but you know, it would have been for him, it's meant for him now, you know. So like I say, C short, C should be walking and BG shouldn't be far from behind him. And man, BG started we'll talk about that on another time. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on the thing that was great too about another song with "Do What I Gotta Do" was at the end, the instrumental, how you let it play, and then you brought in all the other music, and
Mm-hmm.
so what made you want to not have any rap or any singing on there, but really let the beat ride and let the music take over?
Now that Do What I Gotta Do, Odell produced that. That's all him.
Hmm.
That's all I wrote the hook, but that's T Knock. T Knock is one I ordered from way T Knock from out of Cali, you know what I'm saying? So and that's an Odell produced record. Odell did that entire beat. That's all him. He wanted to cut it, and I was like, man, nah, fuck that. You gotta let that beat ride. It's riding too much. there's just certain songs like you just as a producer, Dre do it a lot. Like when you just catch that beat and it just have that, you just gotta let it play.
Well,
It's like that at the end of Play It Loud. It's like that at the end of Holla at Me. It's like that at the end of Do What I Gotta Do. It's just certain records, like when them records hit and that beat just is like when he did the beat before he even did like some of the musical overlays, I was like, man, I gotta get that. I need that there, bro. I told Odell, like fucking take it. I ain't doing nothing with it. I'm like, watch me do something with it. I called T Knock. He was the first one. He was the first one. He had the right flow. And Odell laced the hook. He sung the hook. I wrote the hook. And I think me and Odell wrote the hook. But yeah, that's all Odell. I didn't have nothing production wise to do on that other than state my opinions on how the beat should flow at the end. I'm like, let it ride, take that part out, bring it back in right here. And I was like, I told T Knock, don't even talk at the end of it. Just let the beat run. Just let it go. Let it fly out. But yeah, that's Odell. Odell did that.
Well, I know from talking to you over the years that everybody in Beats by the Pound had kind of a different specialty. So has that changed or evolved at all over the years, or is it pretty much the same flow?
Now we all, because it's like each one of us, like I said, I played drum. Everybody in Beats by the Pound played an instrument. I played drums. Craig B played saxophone. Moby Dick played mellophone and trumpet. And Odell played keys. You know what I'm saying? So we and Carlos pretty good with the keys too. Bless you. But nah, it's just that we know our strengths. Like when we do a Beats by the Pound record, there's no question on who gonna do what part. Like Heaven for a Gangster was the first Beats by the Pound record we ever done. I did the drums. Craig B came up with the bass line. I don't know if that was Moby or Odell did the strings. And one of the other ones did the little the bell part in the back. So it's like I did what I did. When I got the drums, I got up and Craig B sat down. Craig B came up with the bass line. He did that. He got up. No Dell or Moore sat down. It was just like that. That's how we are, So when we do collabo records, we already know what each have to do.
Gotcha. Now let's take it back because I mentioned the 39 Posse. I was always curious with the early stuff that you had done with when you and MC Dart were credited as producers. What was he doing?
Mm-hmm.
What were y'all doing together? What was that?
Nah, see, a lot of the 39 Posse stuff, Dart pretty much did all the beats for that. You know what I'm saying? I co-produced like one or two of them. But when it came down to the artists that we had, like Mystical, Soulja Slim, those are the two that you may notice. And Hound, Full Blooded, like I pretty much in Serv-On, I pretty much Mr. Serv-On, I did all of that stuff. Dart did mainly like a lot of the production for the 39 Posse record. I just when he done, I came in and just gave my opinion and on the part that I had an idea for to go up in there. But the song was pretty much produced already. I just laid a little part in there. But as far as like I say, the rest of them, like, Mystical, Soulja Slim, Mr. Serv-On, and Full Blooded, I pretty much handled all of the weight of production with that.
Fair enough. Okay. So then what was Parkway Pumping Records?
Well, Parkway Pumping Records, the whole 39 Posse Parkway, 39 Posse was the 100 block of the Parkway, which was the name of the street. So the 3900 block, which was the 39, and the Parkway was the name of the actual street.
Okay.
And then we named the label Parkway Pumping Records. So that's where that whole 39, setup come from, as far as us naming and getting all of that done on it.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Young TV Back with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.